Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Game Day Build-Up. We're up and away for the last game before the international break, the third international break of the season. They've come around thick and fast, and today we're up against our old foes, our fellow team that went up last season, Charlton. And here today, I have with me my old partner in crime. He's back. How are you, Paddy?
I'm back home in my old country.
Yes.
Still smarting after that match now. I wasn't too happy. I'm
No,
hoping
yeah,
it was just as bad on TV as it was watching it in person. It was a horrendous match for us.
couldn't agree more, mate. Could not agree more. So we're back. We're into. I mean, look, we got Charlton today. They're sitting in fifth spot on the table. They've done well. You know, they had a great start to the season, but I'm sure Parky will want a win again today at home against Charlton.
I want to beat Charlton more than I wanted to beat Portsmouth.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I hear you. Yeah. Gonna be very interesting. Gonna be interesting because I mean, can we get it done tonight, Paddy? That's the question. And I mean, well, do we want to get into it? We want to get straight into the teams. Do we want to do us first and then them, or them then us? Which way do you want to go?
I don't. But you know what? Let's bring up them first. We don't have a huge amount to talk about, but they have made a couple of changes from their last win.
Okay, well, let's get them in here and have a look. How's this for a? It just looks weird looking at their lineup when it's not red.
I know.
We're playing Jamaica by the looks of it with those colours, the green and the gold and the black.
Yeah. I might have to go change my top if they're wearing black.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It looks a little too close.
Yep. I mean, yeah, this team, this lineup, what do you think?
Yeah, look, their overall squad is of a standard level for a championship, but they're playing really well together. Simple as that. They brought in some upgrades in the summer. They've been doing really well with them. They haven't spent a lot of money on them, so the results they have achieved have been fantastic. It really has. They're a very tough team to beat. Simple as that. And look, their manager has a lot to do with that. He keeps them solid, and they've been pulling out the wins. And unfortunately, we have had some slip-ups here and there. But we'll see how the season continues. But just due to last season, I don't want to be losing to Charlton after they came up in the playoffs. It would sting a bit more for me personally.
Yep, no, that's fair. No, I understand where you're coming from there. That makes sense.
Okay. So their back line for the last match was Ramsey, Jones, Gillespie, and Hernandez. So Hernandez is on the bench today instead. And then, so is it Bree, I think, is on? Yeah, so Bree is back in, and Gillespie's on the bench. Then they're playing a 4-2-3-1 in the last match if they're doing the same. So then they have Coventry and Doherty. So now Carey. Carey's up in the midfield. So Doherty's not playing tonight. That's another change there. And then we have Bree, Carey, and Campbell up front. So Campbell, Carey, they were all playing, weren't they? Bree, yeah. And then it's their front man, Leeburn, is playing tonight. So that's a few changes. So Olafe is back in. He was out. He was missing for their last match, and he's a major player for them.
Yeah, I think that they made some great purchases in the off season and really got it going at the beginning of the season, and have taken advantage of every opportunity that's come their way. And hats off to them for that. But I definitely want to see that run stop tonight.
Yeah. I think they're almost close enough to start believing that there's not a hope of them going back down, which is nice for them. Everybody was tipping them to go back down, but they can do it a little bit of a slide. They have plenty of space there, and yeah, we should start it tonight for them. Nice, still hammering maybe would be good.
Well, I'll just take any win, Paddy. Any win. Anyway,
I'm
1-0.
still waiting for us to batter a team. You know, we haven't done it yet.
It mightn't happen all season at this rate.
It might not. It might not. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. So changes to our lineup tonight, though. Yeah. We're gone changed.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Jeez, here we go.
Okay, so Okonkwo obviously in goal. Then we have Clewett, Hyam, and Scarr. No surprises there. Hyam should slide out to the left as normal, giving the space for Scarr in the centre. Hyam captain again, so that looks near enough set in stone now for the future going on. If even when he's playing,
I'm totally happy with that.
Yeah, he's comfortable with it. It appears things are working well with him, so no problems there. Yep. Now on the wings, we have some changes first. On the right-hand side, as normal, we have Kabore. On the left-hand side, we have Longman is back in, and Kikache is missing. He is not on the bench either. That makes me nervous. Rumors that he's injured again.
Oh God, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
If he is injured again, we seriously need to consider bringing in a left wing back in January. We do. Yep. If he's not going to be able to play consistently, then we need to bring in someone at that level or potentially higher. If we can find them, which is obviously the other problem in January. You may or may not be able to get one that you're happy with.
Absolutely.
Right, then in the middle we have Sheaf, Dobson, and Thomason. So a few changes in there. James is not starting, but he is on the bench. Maybe just for rest, because he's had 2 full matches back to back now. He's good. I've really liked his play. His passing has been fantastic, but he is a little slower. He is a little older, so maybe just a change up there for Dobson to get the start on that one. Thomason is interesting because he hasn't been starting that much, and he had an almighty mistake in the last match as well, with some of his passing. So Thomason is yet to impress me, but he hasn't had a lot of time, so I'm not going to come down too heavy on him. I'd love to see him play well today.
Yeah, he impressed me a couple of games ago. So
yes.
Yeah, but not great in this last game. But a couple of games ago, I thought he was an absolute highlight for us. So, and I'm happy with this rotation type scenario. I want to see it all the time. So if this is a sign of things going forward, more play for me, because I think we need to do it if we're going to survive and be competitive in this league. Yeah,
I think the James Dobson, we need to rotate them a bit. I don't think James can survive playing every match. And Dobson deserves to play too.
Yep.
He has had a couple of mistakes here and there, but he has played really well since playing in the championship.
Yep. I mean, up front there now, Broadhead and Moore. So Windass on the bench.
Yeah, and Windass wasn't amazing in the last match.
He was flat. He provided nothing in the last game.
Now, so we were under a lot of pressure too. It's the type of match where we needed him to be playing well. But things are hard when you're completely under the pump, and that second half was an absolute disgrace. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, so Broadhead up front now with Moore. They know each other well. We have seen them play together, and they've played well. Broadhead has looked fantastic on occasion. So once again, we need to see him look well from the start of a match. And we need him to fight with Windass, for that place, because Windass is good. I like Windass. Some of his movement, some of his shots. Obviously, he got 3 assists for Moore when Moore got his hat trick. That got us the Coventry win. So he's a great player, but he does seem to ebb and flow. He was very flat in the last match. He was amazing the match before. So we do need to get Broadhead in as well. We need to see how good he is. Well, he needs minutes and time. So it would be nice to have the two of them really firing and fighting for that spot, because it is an important spot.
Yep.
And then whenever one gets swapped off for the other, that's a fantastic rotation to have if you're going to give them 20 minutes at the end of the match with fresh legs, either of them, whichever one ends up on the bench.
I would be super happy to see them alternate each match. I really would.
Mm.
In that exact scenario that you just explained.
Yeah, it's probably, is that almost the only position that you would say is kind of almost like for like, slightly different styles, but
Yep. But
probably,
both threatening, attacking, goal
yeah.
scoring, players. So yeah.
And Moore, of course, keeps his place up front. And for the moment, unless we bring in a new starter, Moore is the man at the moment. That's the way Parky seems to see it.
Yeah, it is. But I'd be more than happy to see Smith or Hardy get a start instead of him, and give Moore a rest from time to time. I really would. But I'm not the manager. That's just what I'd like to see.
Yeah, we need a second option. And I don't truly know what our second option is. Like, it would make you nervous if Moore wasn't playing, simply because we don't know what the best second option is at the moment. It would make you nervous.
Fair
now,
enough. No,
it could be amazing. I would hope it would work really well. But
I'd love to see a Broadhead and Smith starting a match together. I think it'd be. I think it'd be quite a good and different lineup to put the pressure on people.
It would, and for those that are real fans of Smith, I do worry about his long-term position with the club. If he's not getting more minutes than this, if he doesn't have time to actually show how good he is, then he's going to be passed over at some point in the future.
Yep.
So let's give him some time, maybe when we can. But at the moment, we're not getting amazing results either. So it's an interesting one. It's up to Parky now to see whatever he sees in the training and decide who deserves those spots.
Absolutely. And then, the bench paid for this game.
Yeah, Burton and Gola as standard. McLean. I didn't notice that.
I did.
Well, obviously, look, he should be on if Kakachi is not available. So McLean is the backup there. Barney is on as well. So once again, though, the natural answer would be, if you need to take Kabore off, Longman's going to swap. Oh no, sorry, Barney will go and take his place. So actually, if we need to take Longman off now, we have to put Mac on. We don't have anyone else.
No. But I think Barney could come on instead of Longman.
On the left-hand side?
Yeah, I'd be totally fine with that.
Okay, you'd play that before Macca?
Yeah.
Don't see it happening, but
it's just too, okay. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of Macca. I'm a massive fan of his work ethic, but it's just the speed at this league he's been exposed too many times for my liking.
I would be shocked if Barney came on for the left.
No, fair enough.
I would. I have no idea whether it would be good. It's never been seen, so I'm not saying you're wrong. I just believe he won't do it. I think Macca will get the shot if needed. So then we have James O'Brien in this, and Windass in the centre, and Smith and Hardy up front. No real surprises there, except obviously that Windass has been sat for the match with Broadhead.
Well,
Smith and Hardy standards.
No Kakache, no Rathbone. These are the things that worry me with those two players. If there's injuries, that's the things that scare me.
Yeah, but we're starting to see who's kind of secondary players at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, we are.
And who's kind of in danger come January if we can find a replacement in their position.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we had the early game. We had yesterday's game, 1-1, Watford v Bristol, which none of us tipped, by the way. Then at the moment, we're into the 85th minute with the other three games, and Hull are up 3-2 against Portsmouth. Derby is up 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers away, and Preston and Millwall are currently playing a 1-1 draw. So some interesting games there. Blackburn really in a bit of struggle town, in my opinion, which doesn't surprise me. They haven't really been going that well.
Yeah.
But Millwall, Preston, 1-1 doesn't surprise me. Hull just up over Portsmouth doesn't surprise me. Look, I didn't have a high opinion of Portsmouth, to be honest, and I thought, they deserved the point out of the game with us because I thought we just offered nothing. So I was not happy with that game, but that's the way it went.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, look, we're going to get into this. We've got, we've still got 44 minutes till kickoff. And, we need these points, Paddy. We need to push our way up the ladder.
Are you nervous about this lineup?
I'm nervous, full stop, about this game. At the beginning of this season, we had no issues scoring goals, but we had big issues leaking goals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it seems to me that we're struggling to put a lot of goals on the board, except for that game where Kieffer Moore got his hat-trick against Coventry, which was our best performance of the season. But we have tightened up our defence, so that's the plus.
Yeah, definitely.
So I am nervous, Paddy.
We probably should be because they've been playing really well. So
they deserve to be where they are.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I've no problems with it. And fair play to them. So I'm going to pull up some of the chat here if you don't mind going back. So one of the first up was Josh with the Circus. So Circus is coming to town. Nathan Jones had his interview and he did not mention Circus one time. So as he learned his lesson on that one. Probably. But yeah, for me it's like I will hate losing this one just because of having them last season in the league, and finishing nicely above them. I do not want to lose this one or to lose it to Nathan Jones and see him do a stupid knee slide along the grass.
They've been the best performing team for the entirety of this season so far, of the three that have come up. In the last couple of weeks, though, Birmingham's definitely been the team. And I noticed Sean is in here and he said, no change to their lineup and expecting another 4-0. I mean, they've had 2 4-0 wins in a row. Good luck to them. And then, they're up against Middlesbrough today. So I don't expect them to go that well away to Middlesbrough tonight. But, again, of the three, we're the team that needs to pull our finger out.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad. I'm not going to say it's horrendous results. It's not. It's okay for the moment. I'm much more positive about how close we have come to some of the matches than maybe some others are. I see it as we're better than the results, which is a good thing.
Yep. The one thing I will say is, of the three promoted teams in 14th, 10th, and 7th currently with the live scores, that's great. That's a great result for the 3 promoted teams. Yeah.
Last season, all 3 promoted teams stayed up. This season, it's starting to look very much like all 3 are going to stay up again, and somewhat comfortably potentially as well, which will be interesting. We already know one of the relegated teams being Sheffield Wednesday. That's a massive hole for them to climb out of. So that's pretty much happening. But the question then becomes, are we going to have a monster surprise like Luton doing the double relegation? So there's some big teams down there that are in dodgy waters, but until we get much, much closer to the end of the season, they have every opportunity to pull out of those 3 spots. It's only really the bottom 2 spots now that Sheffield Wednesday are pretty much done, and they can do that with a quick run of very solid results. So anyone down around there is going to be looking at those big boys behind them and saying, "Ooh, that's dangerous." They could be climbing later in the season.
well, Leicester's going to drop down there whenever those points deductions happen. And then everybody's going to be looking over their shoulder at them. And maybe by the time they get their point deductions, they won't be down the bottom, depending on how long they take to get them. If they don't get them till January, then they may already be up out of relegation, have enough points to be up there. Because, to be honest, Norwich and Sheffield Wednesday for mine, well, the three I tipped were Sheffield Wednesday, Norwich and Oxford. And, I just thought Sheffield United were going to have too much class to stay there. But they've still got to do it.
Yeah, Norwich and Oxford are big favourites to go down, kind of. They're definitely going to be in around that danger zone, and we'll see. Norwich, of course, big team. Oh, sorry, I'm mixing up Norwich and Oxford. Yeah, I keep doing that in my head for some weird reason. Norwich can pull their way out of it, potentially, but they're in all sorts of crap.
They were terrible against us, though, Paddy. Absolutely nothing. They were just inept. Yeah. So I don't have as much optimism with you about them, to be honest. I think, I just think they've been terrible.
We'll see who their new manager is when it happens.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got to happen at some point, surely.
Sean was saying Middlesbrough without a manager tonight.
Yes. So the story there is that yesterday they cancelled a interview that was scheduled for the coach, and nobody knew why. It was just simply cancelled. Today they came out and said that they have decided that he will not be managing the team for today's match, that he had planned on managing the team, but that the club felt it was better with the speculation of Wolves having basically asked to take him, that they'll deal with that and resolve it first, and then I guess either he'll come back or he'll be gone. Is the answer to that one. So sometimes that happens more often with players. If a big team comes knocking, trying to steal away a player that the club doesn't want to get rid of, they might actually allow the player to rest and skip the match simply because their head is dealing with their future and everything else, rather than playing the match. And it's not always a case then that they will leave. Now, this is an interesting one. If his head has been turned by Wolves and if he wants the job, it would be a dangerous thing to try and keep him, maybe take the money you get and let him go, because you don't want someone there who doesn't want to be there.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
No, so that's going to be interesting.
So that'll be interesting. He won't be there for today, and either he will likely be back for the next one and it'll be done and dusted that they will say he's not going, or I guess the deal will be done.
And that'll be very interesting to see how that team performs under those circumstances too.
It's Birmingham, isn't it?
They're playing Birmingham. So Millwall and Preston's just gone full time at a 1-1 draw, guys.
Okay.
So that's our first result of the early games for today, with just Portsmouth still up 3-2 again. Hull still up 3-2 at home against Portsmouth, and Derby up 2-1 away to Blackburn Rovers in the final minutes. So interesting, getting close. And just seeing if anybody tipped a 1-1 draw, Millwall v Preston. And what do you know? I did. Oh, you beauty. got a result and a score. Pretty happy with that. Oh, here we go. Derby has just won 2-1 against Blackburn. Now, has anybody got that result? Oh, that's it, Paddy. I've got 2 from 2.
No way. Have you?
Yeah.
I thought I did 2-1, did I not?
You did 2-0. Yep. And the last game is Hull v Portsmouth, and it's 3-2. Nobody's going to get that result.
Too many goals.
But there is myself, you, Victor, and Harry all over tipped a Hull victory, but we'll tip 2-1. Or you tipped 2-0, but so none of us are going to get that result, but we might get the actual score. We might get the result, but not the score, I should say.
Okay. So we just mentioned the manager there. So Birmingham have gone unchanged with their 11. Surprise, surprise! After 2 4-0s in a row, Sean is looking for another 4-0 today, so good luck to Parkinson.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious from Sean.
Yeah, a nice draw might be the best for us. That would probably be a better result than a Birmingham win, but that would be second choice maybe, is a Birmingham win. Take the points off them.
No, I agree.
Okay, so everybody in the comments seems to be all over Kakache. So let's jump back into that. So one of the comments there was, has he gone to international duty a little bit early? Because obviously the distance to get to New Zealand and all of that. Was he released and allowed to go? Now, I kind of forgot about the international duty, and yeah, that probably is more likely, because surely there would have been an announcement if he's injured, because if he got himself injured, then he shouldn't be going to international duty. So
if that's a genuine comment, not a tongue-in-cheek comment, I don't like it. The fact that if he's been he's been let to leave early to go and play, I would prefer him to play for us and then hop on a plane. But who knows?
Yeah, but the whole Kakache thing, he's good. I like his defense. His defense is good. He's just not in the team enough. Now this is just another reason if he is gone either way for international duties or this, it's like, you've missed enough already. You need to be here for us. I understand international, and I understand players in their career and wanting to play international. But it's still, for me, lending to the idea that we need a better left wing back. And then he sits the bench a bit more. So he's potentially putting his own career in danger by doing this.
Oh, well, that's what we don't know if that's the case, though, Paddy, too. I mean, that's just speculation at the moment.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, at the moment, he's not playing enough. That's just simply my point. And it's the same for other players as well. If they're not getting into the team enough or not available for whatever reason enough, you need to show off before January. Because if the right player just magically becomes available, we may take them, and you may end up losing your spot.
Well, Paddy, there's our answer for an early flight.
Okay. Zealand's playing in London next.
Let's hope he's not injured, because I actually think he was starting to play a little bit. He
played well.
Yeah. 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 Look, and Nick's not happy with you. Nick's not happy with you. Damn you, Paddy, and your speculation.
Yeah. Let's wait and see what happens with that. Because look, imagine if he's flying out to New Zealand to meet up with the team for a practice training session, get to know the rest of the team, and then he's flying back to London.
Yeah,
in order to actually play the match.
Wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
it's way too far. Like the jet lag from that, like it's 20 hours, Paddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so the other one then. Yeah, everybody's talking about Kakache, so that's a big one. We need to wait and see what happens with that. But the other one then is O'Brien. Now,
yes,
happy with him sitting out?
I'll tell you what.
What's your take on this?
Oh, well, he just can't finish. He's had there's 4 goals that he should have scored this season. Now, John, I noticed John's in the chat, and John's actually said he can't finish, and I take that on board. But I think that's why he's been put on the bench, because, we need those players to finish, And I started to wonder whether Broadhead should have been playing in his position with Windass still on, But I don't think that's right either. I mean, I'm not totally against O'Brien because he plays some great football. He just hasn't been able to finish.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one, because the argument is nobody else is getting into those positions when they're playing. And how many has he had? Loads. And this is the argument. He should be playing further back and he should be passing the ball. We've said that already. We had that big discussion about whether Dobson at the time should potentially lose his position for O'Brien to move further back. We haven't seen that yet, So
I
interesting.
mean, look at that. I mean, Sean saying should be playing him deeper. Esteban's into me saying it's more like 6 or 7 that he should have scored. So yeah, interesting, Paddy. I mean, do we want to start to get into this? Dog Joy is a left wing. Like, we talked about this slightly earlier. I'm saying that
potentially.
Back, yeah.
Now, the one thing I will say though is we know we need to, and at the moment we only really have Kakachi. Okay, Longman is a fine deputy for the moment, but we know it needs to be upgraded. We need 2 solid left wing backs, and we only have one that is championship quality. Let's say mid-table championship quality. We have others that can play in the league, but we're looking to aim towards the top. So either way, we do need a new left wing back. So if one becomes available that's suitable, yes, I think it should be a target in January.
No, that's fair.
A loan as well. Yeah, potentially. Loans are included in my January thoughts as well. We can easily push the ball to the summer if we can get a 6-month loan of somebody who's suitable.
Yeah, look, and loans make sense, in January especially.
In January especially. That's exactly my thoughts. I can understand why Parky doesn't want them for the start of the year, because you could end up relying on them and then get the rug pulled out in January if they're amazing. Whereas at least once you know where you stand coming into January, you have that player for the rest of the season. So yeah, I'm happier with anyone being a loan in January if we think it's suitable.
And interesting, this comment, I think it was Nick Don and a couple of people have said this, the fact that Lewis O'Brien's soft on finishing, but in every other aspect of his game he's been fantastic for us, and I still want him on the pitch. And Sean's comment about him playing deeper, I think, is absolutely bang on the mark. It is full time, by the way, guys. Hull versus Portsmouth, and Hull have gotten up 3-2. So there we go. And I will just say, Paddy, Aaron's away hunting, has got no games right so far this weekend.
Yay!
But on top of that, John Merrill hasn't got any right either. So
let's keep them while they're not here.
Yeah,
the boys.
It's our opportunity, Paddy.
Up your game, huh?
Or don't.
Or don't. Okay.
Yeah. So what that does mean, though, at the moment is Hull has moved up into 5th on the table. Preston sitting nicely up in 3rd at the moment, tied with Middlesbrough, who still have to play a game tonight. So very interesting. And Charlton on 23. I mean, if we could win tonight, we don't catch them, but if we get to 21, Birmingham has a chance tonight to move all the way up into 7th spot with a win.
Yeah, this is how close things are. A couple of wins in a row. They've had 2 in a row now.
Yeah, that's right.
3 in a row get them right up to the playoffs where they want to be.
Yep. No, Nick, I'm with you. I still want him to start. Nick's saying, don't get me wrong, I still want him starting. I agree with you, Nick. I still want O'Brien starting. I just would love to see him alongside Sheaf and someone.
Yeah.
I do want someone being Thomason, in my opinion. But
I really want to see Thomason tonight. I think it's about time that he nails his flag up there and says, I'm good. He needs his breakout moment so that we can maybe adequately compare him to some of the other players that are trying to stay in those spots. So I would really like to see him have a breakout game tonight. Absolutely. Lexi has an interesting comment here, about Charlton. We apparently need to pretend that each team we play is at the top of the league. Then we play to that level instead of playing at the level each team is at. Well, Charlton are up there. Charlton are nicely ahead of us, so we don't need to pretend too much.
Lexi, that is a great comment, because every time we come up against a top of the league team, we step up. So Lexi, hit that nail right on the head. We absolutely do need to probably have that mindset.
Pull the draw and be competitive in a lot of those matches, and even obviously take out a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have looked better all season against what you would term better teams in this league.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's just the way it is. Some of our worst performances have been against the weaker teams.
Well, we played well against Millwall. We played well against Coventry. Millwall now have started. Remember, at the beginning of the season, Millwall were in the mud, but they've shown their quality. You know, they're all the way back up inside the playoff zone at the moment. With tonight's result at the moment, but there's still other games to go this evening.
Yeah.
So yeah, very interesting, this team. You know, like we just still haven't found the magic dust yet.
Yeah, and look, in fairness, I don't know if we can. We still have some general weaknesses around the team, and we can see that with any injury, almost you don't have a replacement that you're comfortable with. And if you do have someone, then you don't have someone on the bench.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Nick's bought into Lexi's point. And he's probably right. We probably don't see Charlton as a top of the league team, only because they were below us last season.
Yeah.
But they're there now. They're ahead of us. So, hopefully we can bring a mindset that, says, well, we've got to prove that we are a better team than Charlton. Well, put it this way, maybe that's not a nice thing to say, but it's true also, especially at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going to take out Charlton. Come on. I'm getting, the more we talk about this, the more nervous I'm getting about this match.
See, look, even Sean wants us to do it. And obviously Wrexham's his second favourite team tonight, because that way if they get, like you said,
pull Charlton back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Help everybody out for now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, it will be Esteban says Andy Dolan, Wrexham hates Nathan Jones enough that the chaos
that's fair enough.
Not only Wrexham, Esteban, also John Merrill. John Merrill hates Nathan Jones.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
So, yeah, very interesting indeed. So, no, but I am looking forward to the game. I just want to see a good performance, Paddy.
Yes, yeah. That's the thing. What did you think of the last match, Portsmouth? Because I haven't spoken to anybody about it because I've been traveling and just came back late last night. What's the general opinion of the team?
Well, just before that, Lexi wants a birthday win. Is it your birthday, Lexi? And if it is, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lexi.
Yes. And well, Paddy, I thought the Portsmouth game was pitiful. I really did. I was so unhappy with it, to be fair. I just really thought we really lacked impetus. It looked like we just didn't want to go out and get it done. And I honestly thought, coming off the back of the Coventry game, I thought we were really going to have a crack and try and, show some momentum going forward. And it just didn't happen.
Yeah. And some people are going to hate me for this. One person I was not impressed with is Kabori. I was watching him the entire match, and he's too fancy. He faffs around too much. He doesn't play the simple passes. He doesn't play the simpler options. And he had one of the worst passes across towards the goalie I have ever seen.
Yeah.
It was horrendous. Now, I saw Millwall and the goal that they let in. Did you see that?
I did not see that, but I did hear about it.
Yeah, that's worse. Now we survived it. We saved it. We defended it. His mistake, but that Millwall goal today was fun.
Paddy, Sean from Birmingham has a question that I wanted to ask you. What was it like at the stadium at Portsmouth? How was it as a venue?
It's okay. It's a nice stadium. One thing I will say for the Portsmouth fans, they were fantastic around the grounds. There was no issue, no trouble outside, no taunting of people outside the stadium. Now, in the stadium, you got the usual kind of across the barriers idiots that are shouting all sorts of nonsense at the away team. Not a crazy amount, but standard. But there was actually very few police around. I was absolutely shocked how little police presence there was around the entire ground. And nobody had any issue. So it's a very good, nice place to go if you're looking for a more calm experience, kind of. Now, we ended up only having just under 700 or at 700 people, so it wasn't a huge away fan amount. I think we got 1,100 tickets, so we obviously sent some back, which meant we were in a small section, and the noise of their fans in the second half, when they started to pick up and dominate us, was horrendous as an away fan. It was bounding all around the grounds, and there would be absolutely nothing a small away fan group of 700 could do about it. So the noise was crazy. So it's built nicely for that. Fantastic for a home team, you know. So it was a good experience in general. Just a flat match at the night in the end.
And I have jumped back and forth, but this comment from Michael, Murphy was class, and he really did cause a lot of headaches for Kabore. I don't know whether you noticed that at the game, but it was definitely tough. You know, Murphy was a class player. Yep. And Sean's asking, are any of you going to come to Birmingham this season? Well, I won't be, Sean. My Wrexham trip's going to be 2027. I don't know what Paddy's plans are. Are you doing any more games this season, Paddy?
Unknown. I haven't booked any or seriously decided on what I would want to do. When is the Birmingham match? I would love to go to the Birmingham match. It's in my mind. I would like to do it. I don't think the dates are great for me this year.
Let me have a look for you. I will have a look. So Birmingham, and I guess Sean's obviously talking about. You keep going.
Yeah, Mike Shane here had his comment. All the police were in Birmingham.
We're away to Birmingham. It must be right around Easter. It's the 12th, 13th of April, 11th, 12th of April.
Okay, maybe.
There it is.
Maybe I can get over this. Yeah.
Yep. And here we go. Sean said the 11th, and Josh is well, he might be finished renovations by then, and that's why he's doing it, because he wants us all to come and have a sleepover.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah. So Sean is saying he hasn't been to Fratton Park. Definitely wants to go at some point. Yeah. If you end up staying overnight, Portsmouth's a little bit of a dump, I must say, town in general. Sorry if I offended anyone with that. So, not great.
No, but you've done it, Paddy, and it sounds like it was and it looked like a great stadium in terms of an atmosphere.
The stadium was nice. The atmosphere was great. The town's not amazing. Go next door. Southampton.
So that was
Southampton's actually a much nicer city to stay in if you're going to be around someone. Much
nicer than Birmingham fans. We got Sean and John and all these Birmingham fans who love us, but we love you guys. But if we can have a dig, we will.
Okay. So here's a big comment from Michael. Ditch Smith in January and approach Leeds for Joe Gellert. 7 goals and 2 assists in the league for Hull. He's on loan.
Yeah, well, it's I honestly think Smith deserves more starts this season, but he's continuing with the Kieffer Moore thing the whole way.
Okay, I have to defend Wrexham here. Capital clarity. Wrexham is not much better. Trust me. Wrexham town centre is a dump. Now, I've been to Wrexham a couple of times, and I will defend it. It's a smaller town, so it's got a different feel to it. But Portsmouth being the big town and all of it looking old, and I've been around their centre, it is worse than Wrexham. Wrexham is quite nice.
Yeah, I can't comment because I haven't been. So
yeah, but Southampton is better than Wrexham for look and feel.
Yep.
But I like Wrexham. Maybe I'm
Fair
biased.
enough. Fair enough. Well, Paddy, we're getting into the last few minutes here for us because obviously Josh is in makeup getting ready to come on to do the watch along. We've got 3 minutes left and then we'll be done. Why doesn't everybody please put in their score predictions in the chat for us? Yeah, and I love this. Capital Clary saying that I live in Wrexham, which is great.
Yeah, well,
great to have you in the show.
Yeah,
and
you know what? That is fine. I assumed you lived there, but the difference is when you live somewhere, you know all the back streets, you know all the dilapidated areas, stuff like this. You see everything. So from a tourist perspective, where you're in the main areas, the city centers, the towns, a town may not look as nice to you because you see it all the time. You see it after nights out at the weekend, stuff like that. So I can understand knowing it better. But from an outsider's perspective, Wrexham beats Portsmouth. Absolutely.
Yep. Boo, Andrew. Boo. 1-1 draw. Karen, 1-0 win. Ted Nelson, 2-1 win to Wrexham. George Jones, 1-0 win to Wrexham. Yeah. Here we go. The Welsh one, I'm worried about this one. I think Charlton will get 3 points. Welsh one, what are you doing? What are you doing to us? 3-2 Esteban. Dave Lerner, 3-2.
3-2 banger would be fun.
Sean, obviously a Wrexham fan, 2-0 win. Yeah. He only wants the 2-0 win. He only wants a 2-0 win, so his team can jump Charlton.
I don't care.
But I don't care. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at this. Sea Lord of Bravos. They're heading down to the beach soon to listen to Josh's call to the match. Off to the beach to listen to Josh. Geez, that sounds very romantic. Yep. Lexi, birthday win. I love it. I don't care what the score is as long as we win. I love this. Yeah.
Okay. So Hip Karma has said tight calf. So tight calf again for Kakache.
Yeah.
Hip Karma, if you can throw in the comments there, where did you hear that info? Where was it said? I personally didn't hear it today, but I haven't been online much today before coming on.
Sea Lord of Bravos in Mexico for a month. Sorry. Don't drink the water. So yes, interesting. I cannot wait. So yeah, Josh, look at this. Josh is giving himself props. Dulcet tones for you, see. Look, I love it. Josh is itching to go. Clearly, people, he's ready to go. So yeah, yep. Dog Tour Joy, a big Kikache fan. 2-1 win with him, but a 2-1 win for Charlton without him. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Longman needs to step up here again. I know he's been doing okay. I would like to see an excellent match from Longman in the attack. There
you go. How do you want an excellent match? Esteban.
There you go.
7-5.
Yep. I'll take the goal difference and the 7 scored. That would be helpful.
12 goals in a match. Geez, Josh will be busy. So yeah, I'm tipped. Actually, let's have a look at what we tipped. You and I tipped here, Paddy. Where are we here? Yeah, well, here we go. Two expert pundits. We've both tipped a 2-0 victory.
Yep.
So let's see how we go. Wish us luck, you know. Any last words from you, Paddy, before we get out of here?
Oh, come on, the Circus. Roll into town.
Fair enough. Let's go Wrexham. Let's get the win. Let's show some fight, some spirit, and some real attacking flair tonight. I think that's what I want. That's what I'll be happy with. So beyond that, guys, just give you time to get away, grab a drink, get ready for Josh for the watch along. You doing extra time, Paddy?
I am.
You are? Okay. So guys, everybody listen to Josh straight after the match. Come in and have your say with Paddy for extra time. On that bombshell, up the town, I reckon.
Up the town. See you soon, guys.
See you soon.